was standing before them, he reached out, and his hand struck the sandstone rock. His eyes opened, and slowly he sat up. The sky had cleared of clouds, and there was starlight, and in that starlight Jolly Roger saw a figure standing near him in the sand. At first he thought it was Sun Cloud, for Peter stood with his head raised to her. Then he saw it was Yellow Bird, with her beautiful eyes looking at him steadily and strangely as he awakened. He got upon his feet and went to her, and took one of her hands. It was cold. He felt the shiver that ran through her slim body, and suddenly her eyes swept from him out into the night. "Listen, Neekewa." Her fingers tightened in his hand. For a space he could hear the beating of her heart. "Twice I have heard it," she whispered then. "Neekewa, you must go." "Heard what?" he asked. She shook her head. "Something, I don't know what. But it tells me there is danger. And I saw danger over the tepee top, and I have heard the whisperings of it all about me. It is coming. It is coming slowly and cautiously. It is very near. Hark, Neekewa! Was that not a sound out on the water?" "I think it was the wing of a duck, Yellow Bird." "And that," she cried swiftly, her fingers tightening still more. "That sound, as if wood strikes on wood." "The croak of a loon far up the shore, Yellow Bird." She drew her hand away. "Neekewa, listen to me," she importuned him in Cree. "The spirits have made this night heavy with warning. I could not sleep. Sun Cloud twitches and moans. Slim Buck whispers to himself. You were crying out the name of Nada, Oomie the pigeon, when I came to you. I know. It is danger. It is very near. And it is danger for you. And only a short time ago you were confident happiness and peace were coming to me, Yellow Bird," reminded Jolly Roger. "The spirits, you said, promised the law should never get me, and I would find Nada again in that strange place you called the Country Beyond. Have the spirits changed their message because the night is heavy?" Yellow Bird's eyes were staring into darkness. "No, they have not changed," she whispered. "They have spoken the truth. They want to tell me more, but for some reason it is impossible. They have tried to tell me where lies this place they call the Country Beyond, where you will again find Oomie the pigeon. But a cloud always comes between. And they are trying to tell me what the danger is off there in the darkness." Suddenly she caught his arm. "Neekewa, did you hear?" "A fish leaping in the still water, Yellow Bird." He heard a low whimper in Peter's throat, and looking down he saw Peter's muzzle pointing toward the thick cloud of gloom over the lake. "What is it, Pied Bot?" he asked. Peter whimpered again. Jolly Roger touched the cold hand that rested on his arm. "Go back to your bed, Yellow Bird. There is only one danger for me, the red-coated police. And they do not travel in the dark hours of a night like this." "They are coming," she replied. "I cannot hear or see, but they are coming." Her fingers tightened. "And they are near," she cried softly. "You are nervous, Yellow Bird," he said, thinking of the 2 days and 3 nights of her conjuring, when she had neither slept nor taken food, that she might more successfully commune with the spirits. "There is no danger. The night is a hard one for sleep. It has frightened you." "It has warned me," she persisted, standing as motionless as a statue at his side. "Neekewa, the spirits do not forget. They have not forgotten that winter when you came, and my people were dying of famine and sickness. when I dreaded to see little Sun Cloud close her eyes even in sleep, fearing she would never open them again. They have not forgotten how all that winter you robbed the white people over on the Deschênes, that we might live. If they remember those things and lie, I would not be afraid to curse them. But they do not lie." Jolly Roger McKay did not answer. Deep down in him that strange something was at work again, compelling him to believe Yellow Bird. She did not look at him, but in her low Cree voice, soft as the mellow notes of a bird, she was saying, "You will be going very soon, Neekewa, and I shall not see you again for a long time. Do not forget what I have told you. And you must believe. Somewhere there is this place called the Country Beyond. The spirits have said so. And it is there you will find your Umi, the pigeon, and happiness. But if you go back to the place where you left the pigeon when you fled from the red-coated men of the law, you will find only blackness and desolation. Believe, and you shall be guided. If you disbelieve—" She stopped. "You heard that, Neekewa? It was not the wing of a duck, nor was it the croak of a loon far up the shore, or a fish leaping in the still water. It was a paddle." In the star gloom Jolly Roger McKay bowed his head and listened. "Yes, a paddle," he said, and his voice sounded strange to him. "Probably it is one of your people returning to camp, Yellow Bird." She turned toward him and stood very near. Her hands reached out to him. Her hair and eyes were filled with the velvety glow of the stars, and for an instant he saw the tremble of her parted lips. "Good-bye, Neekewa," she whispered. And then, without letting her hands touch him, she was gone. Swiftly she ran to Slim Buck's tepee and entered, and very soon she came out again with Slim Buck beside her. Jolly Roger did not move, but watched as Yellow Bird and her husband went down to the edge of the lake, and stood there, waiting for the strange canoe to pass or come in. It was approaching. Slowly it came up, an indistinct shadow at first, but growing clearer, until at last he could see the silhouette of it against the star-silvered water beyond. There were 2 people in it. Before the canoe reached the shore, Slim Buck stood out knee-deep in the water and hailed it. A voice answered, and at the sound of that voice McKay dropped like a shot beside Peter, and Peter's lips curled up and he snarled. His master's hand warned him, and together they slipped back into the shadows, and from under a piece of canvas Jolly Roger dragged forth his pack, and quietly strapped it over his shoulders while he waited and listened. And then, as he heard the voice again, he grinned, and chuckled softly. "It's Cassidy, Pied-Bot. We can't lose that red-headed fox, can we?" A good-humored deviltry lay in his eyes, and Peter, looking up, thought for a moment his master was laughing. Then Jolly Roger made a megaphone of his hands, and called very clearly out into the night, "Ho, Cassidy! Is that you, Cassidy?" Peter's heart was choking him as he listened. He sensed a terrific danger. There was no sound at the edge of the lake. There was no sound anywhere. For a few moments a death-like stillness followed Jolly Roger's words. Then a voice came in answer, each word cutting the gloom with the decisive clearness of a bullet coming from a gun. "Yes, this is Cassidy, Corporal Terence Cassidy of M Division, Royal Northwest Mounted Police. Is that you, McKay?" "Yes, it's me," replied Jolly Roger. "Does the wager still hold, Cassidy?" "It holds." There was a shadowy movement on the beach. The voice came again.